Little mortal flesh keep silence, and with fear and trembling stand. Ponder nothing earthly minded, for with blessing in His
I hope you're doing well.
hand.
Today is the first of my reflections in this series that will be put out by the clergy of St. Patrick. My own reflections will be random pieces drawn from here and there with no common theme, just whatever happens to be on my mind at the moment. I hope you find them useful, and I'm here in my home office at the moment, but who knows where I'll be in future episodes. Today, I'd like to share with you a passage from the Book of Wisdom. It's a book that perhaps a few of us are familiar with, but certainly in this strange new world in which we live, we find ourselves now more than ever needing that virtue of wisdom. The Book of Wisdom was written about 100 years before Christ and is one of those Bibles that was removed from the Bible during the Protestant Reformation, but there's much wisdom in the Book of Wisdom. Some of the verses in this book are placed in the mouth of Solomon, King David's son, and this was a common technique used to give the writings greater authority. The idea that wisdom is quite important is an idea also found in the Greek philosophers as far back as Plato and Aristotle. Wisdom was considered one of the four most important or cardinal virtues: wisdom or prudence, justice, courage, and tolerance or moderation. Of those four, Aristotle and Thomas Aquinas both considered wisdom to be one of the most important virtue, actually, because it tells us how to use the other virtues. For example, in any situation, wisdom will tell us how much courage is appropriate. Too much courage and we are foolhardy. Yet with too little courage, we are cowardly. And so wisdom tells us just the right amount of virtue to have in any particular situation. Aristotle called it the golden mean. Well, the verses I'd like to read for you today are from chapter 9 of the Book of Wisdom, verses 1 through 6 and 9 to 11. And they're part of one of the many readings of the Liturgy of the Hours. And so I'm going to read it slowly and invite you to meditate upon it with me as I read it. You might even want to go back and listen to it again. And so let me begin. God of my ancestors, Lord of mercy, you who have made all things by your word, and in your wisdom have established humankind to rule the creatures produced by you, and to govern the world in holiness and justice, and to render judgment in integrity of heart. Give me wisdom, the attendant at your throne, and do not reject me from among your children. For I am your servant, the son of your handmaid, a man weak and short-lived and lacking in comprehension of judgment and laws. Indeed, though one be perfect among mortals, if wisdom who comes from you be lacking, that one will count for nothing. Now with you is wisdom, who knows your works and was present when you made the world, who understands what is pleasing in your eyes and what is conformable with your commands. Send her forth from your holy heavens, and from your glorious throne dispatch her, that she may be with me and work with me, that I may know what is pleasing to you. For she knows and understands all things, and will guide me prudently in my affairs, and safeguard me by her glory. Where do you need wisdom this day? Do you need God's wisdom in how you make decisions about your family, how to spend your personal time, how to raise your children? Ask God for whatever you might need today, for His wisdom as you go about this day and every day. God bless.